Hello, folks, and welcome to what is absolutely not an introductory video for Dreads of the Dragon Coast. Sheep has demanded that no introduction video to be made, so this is most certainly not that. But what is it? Well, it is a video where I will talk a little bit about the campaign coming up and yeah, a little general information on where to catch it and so on. I know that Grimith has posted an update video for his channel for January, and he has mentioned this in brief in that one. And so, I thought to myself that we need to not introduce, of course, because that would be an introduction video. And this is absolutely not that under any circumstances, but I will just, by cosmic coincidence, happen to talk a bit about the new campaign we're going to be playing on the channel. That is Dreads of the Dragon Coast. What is it? Well, it is a 4E Dungeons & Dragons campaign where we are going to be playing full true dragons, as the story goes. This is a labor of love and a long-term project of Manaki and Sheep. They have been working on this this campaign setting and idea for a long time, and now it is time to put it into practice. So what we're gonna do is, for E, we have created a custom race called the True Dragon, which in all honesty is, for our all intents and purposes, weaker than an actual Dragonborn. You can pause the video here if you want to take a look at the stats for the True Dragon there. They're not bad, but they're not very strong. We have +2 to con, +2 to ability of our choice. We qualify for Dragonborn feats. We have a breath weapon that's really weak. We can fly very, very slowly. Low light vision and some stuff. No proficiencies, but our natural weapon count as stuff. So yeah, it's an interesting concept. And I'm already rambling. This is awful. People say that when we're all together and do videos like this, it's really bad because we go all over tangents. But I'm already on a tangent, and I have been recording for almost 3 minutes. So yeah, great. Now back to the subject. What is this? Well, the basic setting is that we are 4 tiny young dragons. We are a couple of years old. Our eggs were there was something wrong with them. They were discarded, or they ended up in a place where they would never ever have been hatched, and we were essentially dead or just in stasis there forever. But a incredibly powerful prophetess, a seer, the Fulcur of divination in Thay, to be precise, foresaw her own death at the hands of the spell plague, and so she constructed an incredibly powerful and elaborate ritual and made a deal with the devil, Asmodeus, to basically prolong her life. She acquired our eggs, instilled them with enough power for us to hatch, and then she bound our souls to hers. So that when she died from the spell plague, she did not actually die. She lingers in some sort of twilight state. Her spirit is out there, bound to us, and each day that goes, her spirit feeds from our life energy to be reborn. She has basically turned 4 dragons into a living phylactery for herself. Our dragons have been kept safe and raised by, well, a friendly devil called Basarek the Twisted Marrow. He has been tasked by Asmodeus himself to keep watch over us and raise us to the best of his ability, which he has done. And now he has sort of sent us out into the world to discover our fate. It's quite the setup. We our goal is certainly aloof and far away. We need to stop her, the prophetess. We need to stop the ritual. We need to beat hell so they don't get our souls. And carve out a dragon kingdom while we're at it. So it's a lot to do, and only a few thousand years to do it. So we better get cracking. All right, so yeah, you can see most of the text here, I think. The video has been still for long enough for you to sort of pause and read through all of this if you would like. Now, what will we be playing more specifically? Well, let me talk completely randomly and not in any way as an introduction about the different characters that will be partaking in this grand campaign here. We do plan to go from level 1 to 30. I don't know if we will make it all the way to 30, but that is certainly the aim here. And if you've seen our previous stuff, you know that we can go for a pretty long time if we get into it. So here's hoping. I've never played a 4E campaign all the way up to 30. The highest I have ever gotten was 15, I think, something like that. So I'm certainly excited. Yeah, so we are 4 dragons, 4 true dragons. The curse that affects us makes us much weaker, though. We are way weaker than a normal dragon of our age. And this is due to the curse. It's like leeching life and power from us, which is a good reason for us to stay together and work together to try to beat the odds here. None of us want to die, and we all realize that we need each other to stay alive. So I we'll talk very briefly about the others' characters because they know those themselves, and they will present them during the first session, I'm sure. But we have Manaki as the DM. You might have thought, oh, isn't Sheep gonna DM? It's dragons. Nope, Manaki is actually DMing here. There's a bit of a switcheroo going on. Sheep, on the other hand, is gonna play a red dragon by the name of... he actually posted this right now, so let me take a look here. The red dragon Verdilith, a rune priest. So we have our leader of the group, for sure. I have never seen the rune priest in play. I know it is one of the least supported classes in the entire system. I think it only had one book. It had the Player's Handbook 3, and that was it. Still, it is rumored to be quite powerful, actually. So yeah, we'll see. I'm interested to see what the Red Dragon Rune Priest will do for us. Lots of glowy fire and death and screams and curses, I imagine. Then we are gonna have Grimith with us again. We're very, very happy to see Grimith in a game again. I do enjoy playing with him quite a lot. You can always expect a lot of eloquent and quite inspired role playing when he's around. So, and he's an expert at stirring up shit. So I'm looking forward to that. He's a fire starter at times, and that can be very, very interesting in a campaign setting like this. I like it. So Grimith is going to be playing the Verdilith, a green dragon Battlemind, which is a psionic class. A psionic defender, in fact. So Grimith is going to be our tank, wading into combat, or in Verdilith's case, rolling into combat, because I believe she is quite fat, to take up the, take up the middle position, the anchor of the battlefield here, to keep everyone safe. We're also going to be joining by Valky, which you have remembered as the Bard Riordan from Out of the Abyss, and also as Barnabas in the Starfinder campaign that's currently ongoing on the channel. And he is going to be playing a purple dragon Scion, so a second psionic character, and he's going to be our controller. The name of that character currently escapes him and me because he wrote down the name on his token and then Manaki closed the server, so he doesn't remember. But we'll figure it out. You'll see it in the first session for sure. And that leaves me. What will I be playing? Well, I am going to be playing, reprising my role, more or less, of Tylraxos from the Tears of Tiamat campaign. I felt I had a few concepts in my mind. I have like a corrupted silver. I had some other ideas I could have done, but chief here in my interest actually came from a class, and it is the Blackguard. So I'm going to be playing a blue dragon Blackguard. The Blackguard is a striker, a melee striker. Yeah, it's it's an interesting class. It is sort of in a weird position. It is part of the Heroes of Shadow expansion book, and it is sort of an essential class, but not really. It has full daily progression, for example, which essential classes normally don't have. Um, and it gets some very interesting options, but I do like the flavor of the Blackguard. So, what is a Blackguard? Well, if you don't know, they are sort of an anti-paladin, or like a dark knight in a way. While a normal knight might embrace chivalry or like generosity, temperance, things like that. The Blackguard does not. The Blackguard does not have a virtue. The Blackguard has a vice, and specifically, I will be having the vice of domination. The thought that chaos and freedom are bad, really. Order and the imposing of order is what makes the world a better place. It makes it successful. It makes it just, yeah, just what it should be, really. Order over chaos. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And when I thought of that, like I looked at the Blackguard, I thought this is interesting, and there's some really cool, flavorful things here that I like. I was like, okay, well, so what dragon character fits this? And I was like, well, actually, Chilraxos would fit, because that is kind of what he was in Tears of Tiamat. So yeah, of the ideas I had, Chilraxos actually fit the Blackguard flavor the best. So, Chilraxos the Blue is back. Ignore this portrait over here, it's the only one they had in the builder, that was okay. So yeah, there you can take a look at the character sheet here a little bit if you want. There's some interesting stuff. I encourage you to take a look at the different source books and stuff. The Blackguard is a melee fighter. He gets a lot of attack power from situational, so if you're flanking and if you have temp HP, you can add significant portions of damage to your normal attacks and stuff like that. So I'm going to be curious to see how the Blackguard is in play. I have read up a lot. It is considered among the weaker of the striker classes, but I like the flavor quite a bit, so I am convinced that I will make it work. Give it a good try here. Yeah, so the Dreads of the Dragon Coast campaign is going to start this Friday. That is February 1st. And we are going to be streaming on Twitch. Now, I have decided to make the move to Twitch for a few reasons. One of them being stability. Mixer was always a bit unstable for me. Lots of crashes, a lot of just users having problems actually connecting and staying connected to the stream in a reasonable way. And so that is one reason. The other reason is that the tabletop RPG and strategy game following on Mixer is quite low. Mixer has been bought by Microsoft and is now much more focused on console gaming, and that is not what I do when I stream. I do PC, and so Twitch works much better for me in that regard. And also, the tabletop community on Twitch is bigger, much bigger than Mixer. So hopefully there's some new people coming in when they see this coming up. Here's hoping, certainly. And if you're one of those new people, hey, welcome. Take a look around. There's going to be lots of dragons here, and the channel certainly has a lot of other stuff too, if you're interested in that. So yeah, it's going to be normal times, which is to say 8 p.m. Stockholm time. So find out what that is in your own time if you're interested. I have actually added a modern space schedule to my Twitch channel. So that there you will see the stream schedule, and you will see it in your local time. Yeah, it's the future for sure. Yeah, the link to the Twitch is below. If you're interested in joining the discussion about the characters and the happenings, you can also join our channel Discord. There will be a link below for that too. But yeah, welcome to the Dreads of the Dragon Coast. This has certainly not been an introduction video, and we will see you guys on Fridays.